Imagine losing your entire life savings in a single day to a faceless fraudster. This isn't a hypothetical scenario. It happens to thousands of people every year thanks to the Microsoft tech support scam. In an age where technology is king, scams have evolved, becoming more sophisticated and far-reaching than ever before. The Microsoft tech support scam is a prime example, preying on those who are least tech-savvy. Shockingly, it's estimated that millions of dollars are swindled from unsuspecting victims annually, with the elderly being the most targeted demographic. Across the globe, from bustling metropolises to quiet rural towns, this scam has made its mark. It's not bound by borders or languages, and its impact is felt worldwide. The sheer prevalence of this scam is a chilling reminder of the dark side of technology, a sinister underbelly that exploits trust and innocence for monetary gain. This scam, as you'll soon discover, is far more sophisticated and deceptive than you might think. To understand how to protect yourself, you first need to know how the scam works. The Microsoft tech support scam is a well-orchestrated scheme designed to convince you that your computer is infected with a virus or malware. It all starts with a phone call, a pop-up message on your computer, or an email, seemingly from a trusted source like Microsoft. The message or the caller warns you about a severe issue with your computer that needs urgent attention. Once they have your attention, the scammers deploy their first key tactic, fear-mongering. They use technical jargon and urgent language to create a sense of panic. They paint a grim picture of what could happen if you don't address the issue immediately: loss of data, identity theft, or even financial ruin. After setting the stage with fear, they offer a solution. They present themselves as Microsoft tech support agents, ready to guide you through the process of fixing your computer. All you need to do, they say, is grant them remote access to your computer, and in your state of panic, you might just agree. Once they have access, they put on a show. They open various windows, run scans, and show you scary-looking reports, all to convince you that your computer is indeed infected. But in reality, they're not fixing anything. They're just putting on a spectacle to gain your trust. The final act of this scam is the theft. They tell you that they can fix the problem, but for a price. They may ask for your credit card details to charge you for the service. Or worse, they might trick you into buying unnecessary software or services. Either way, they're after your money or your personal information. And just like that, in a matter of minutes, you've become the victim of a Microsoft tech support scam. You've handed over your hard-earned money or your sensitive information to a complete stranger, all because they pretended to be someone they're not. Now that you have a basic understanding of how the scam works, let's hear from the experts who deal with these scams on a daily basis. We have with us today some of the brightest minds in cybersecurity to shed more light on this deceptive scam. Our first expert is a seasoned cybersecurity analyst. He shares, the scammers usually pose as Microsoft tech support specialists. They use a number of tactics to convince you that there's a severe problem with your computer that needs immediate attention. They may also use technical jargon to make their story more convincing. The ultimate aim is to either get you to pay for unnecessary support services or to gain access to your personal and financial information. Next, we turn to a cybersecurity consultant who has spent years studying these scams. She explains, the red flags are often there. Unsolicited calls, urgent or threatening language, requests for remote access to your computer, and demands for payment via gift cards or wire transfers. These are all signs of a potential scam. Unfortunately, many people ignore these signs due to fear or lack of understanding. Our third expert, a psychologist specializing in cybercrime, delves into the psychological tactics used by scammers. Scammers exploit our natural human tendencies. They create a sense of urgency, triggering panic and fear that cloud our judgment. They also project authority, making us more likely to trust them. And they prey on our lack of knowledge about technology, making their scams seem more credible. A renowned ethical hacker then chimes in, victims typically make the mistake of granting remote access to their computers. This allows scammers to take control, manipulate settings to make it seem like there's a problem, and then charge for unnecessary repairs. Worse still, they can install malware or steal personal information. Finally, we hear from a cybersecurity educator who underscores the importance of awareness. Education is key. Many fall prey simply because they're unaware of these scams. The more we talk about it, the more people will recognize the signs and avoid becoming victims. So how are these professionals working to combat these scams? Our cybersecurity analyst explains, we're constantly monitoring and analyzing these scams to understand their evolving tactics. We also work closely with law enforcement to track and apprehend these cyber criminals. Our cybersecurity consultant adds, we're developing educational programs and tools to help people recognize and protect themselves from these scams. It's a constant battle, but one we're committed to fighting. And our ethical hacker concludes, we're using our skills to expose these scams, shut down their operations, and protect potential victims. It's a game of cat and mouse, but we're up to the challenge. Armed with this knowledge from our experts, it's time to explore how you can guard against these scams. Prevention is better than cure, especially when it comes to tech support scams. So, let's dive into some practical tips and advice to help you stay safe. First off, never grant remote access to your computer unless you're absolutely sure of the person on the other end. Scammers often use this tactic to gain control over your system and wreak havoc. Next, make sure to verify the identity of tech support agents. If someone claims to be from Microsoft or any tech company, don't just take their word for it. Ask for a callback number and then verify that number through an independent source. Also, don't be afraid to ask questions. Legitimate tech support agents won't mind if you need assurance. Scammers, on the other hand, will likely get frustrated if you start questioning their credibility. Another crucial point is to regularly update your cybersecurity software. This includes your antivirus, anti-malware, and firewall applications. Keeping these up to date ensures you have the latest protections against new threats. Additionally, be wary of unsolicited calls. Tech companies like Microsoft don't make unsolicited calls to offer tech support. If you get such a call, it's most likely a scam. Lastly, remember that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Scammers often lure victims with unbelievable offers. Stay skeptical and alert. Remember, vigilance and awareness are your best defenses against these scams. Knowledge is power, but it's even more powerful when shared. So, don't keep this to yourself. Share this video far and wide. Let your friends, your family, and your entire social network know about the Microsoft tech support scam. Let's create a ripple effect of awareness that reaches every corner of the globe. Together, we can make the internet a safer place. By sharing this video, you're not just helping to protect your loved ones, you're also contributing to the fight against cybercrime. Stay safe and stay vigilant. And stay